Emma Raducanu has just won the US Tennis Open at the tender age of 18. While the media rightly focus on her achievement as a tennis player, what is of interest to me and the subscribers to my anxiety channel is an incident that happened during the Wimbledon tennis tournament that could be a source of inspiration and hope to people who suffer with anxiety. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what happened at Wimbledon, the possible causes, and if it was anxiety, how did she bounce back so well? In July 2021, Emma Raducanu was playing Ilia Tomljanovic at Wimbledon. Due to scheduling, Emma had to wait around 12 hours before her match started. After a few difficult and long rallies, Emma looked to be in some sort of discomfort and was holding her stomach. Medical staff examined her and advised her to withdraw from the match. In a later interview, Emma revealed that she had experienced breathing difficulties and dizziness. Her explanation was, "I think the whole experience caught up with me," but she denied that it was an anxiety attack. However, that is no surprise, as most people who have an anxiety attack do not know what it is. Tennis is a pretty intense sport, especially at this level, so a physical problem is possible, but I think it's unlikely that Emma would have continued top-flight tennis if there was a medical problem. So does this mean Emma suffers from anxiety? The answer to that, in my opinion, is probably not, and I will explain why. Everyone has a stress threshold. That threshold is dependent on many things: genetics, upbringing, life experiences, even personality. If that threshold is crossed, the body launches the fight or flight response, which can cause hyperventilation and dizziness, amongst many other symptoms, which I describe in more detail in the video linked at the top. A traumatic event like a serious illness or a car crash can cause the panic threshold to be crossed, but for some people, performance anxiety can trigger a panic attack. British people love a tennis hero, and it's been a few years since Andy Murray brought tennis glory to the country. So the expectations for this young rising star were huge, and I'm sure she puts a lot of pressure on herself. You see, not only is everyone's panic threshold different, what is a trigger for one person will not be a trigger for another. We have seen Naomi Osaka take some time out from tennis after anxiety forced her to pull out of the French Open tournament. So how did Emma bounce back and win the US Open when many people who experience an incident like this begin a life dominated by anxiety? Well, it's not actually that uncommon. Most people who cross the panic threshold and experience a panic attack shrug it off and carry on with their lives. But a small percentage of people develop an extreme fear of having another panic attack, which leads to a condition called panic disorder. If you have just experienced your first panic attack, check out my video on what to do next, as it can help prevent you developing panic disorder. Emma Raducanu seems to be a very focused young lady and has put the Wimbledon incident behind her, so will probably not develop panic disorder. But for those who have developed panic disorder, it is not so easy, because over time the fear circuits in the brain become highly sensitive. Their panic threshold gets lower and lower over time, meaning even the most harmless situation can set off a panic attack. But the good news is that using the principles of cognitive behavioral therapy, many people are able to push that threshold back up again. This is best done with a therapist, but for those who cannot access therapy or just want to understand how CBT works, my 8-video series on panic attacks can help. And there is a link coming up right about now.